Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to learn how to draw and interpret box plots. We've got 4 success criteria, and the first one is to find the median and upper and lower quartiles. So we've got some data and we want to find the median and the upper and lower quartiles. So we need to put the data in order first, from smallest to biggest. Then the median is the number in the middle. So if we cross off the smallest and the biggest numbers until we get to the middle. So the median is 5. Then the lower quartile is the median of the first half of the data. So the median of the first half of the data here would be in between 1 and 3. So that's 2. The upper quartile is the median of the biggest half of the data. So that would be in between 6 and 7, which is 6.5. So the median is 5, the lower quartile is 2, and the upper quartile is 6.5. So the median is the middle value in a set of data. The lower quartile is the middle value in the first half of a set of data, and the upper quartile is the middle value in the second half of a set of data. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, there's your amber answers, and there's your red answers. And now we've completed success criteria 1. So now we're going to move on to number 2, and this is to identify the key parts of a box plot. So a box plot is used to display data to show the median and the quartiles of the data. So this is what a box plot would look like. The line in the middle of the box tells you the median. The ends of the boxes tell you the lower quartile and the upper quartile. And the ends of the whiskers, so they're the lines on the side, they tell you the largest and the smallest value. Remember, the interquartile range is the upper quartile take away the lower quartile. So that tells you the length of the box. The interquartile range always shows us the middle 50% of the data. So what is the value of the upper quartile here? So the upper quartile is this part of the box plot, and that's in between 14 and 16, so that's 15. What is the value of the lower quartile? Well, the lower quartile is this bit of the box plot, and that's 10. What is the value of the highest value? So the largest value is this bit of the box plot, and that's in between 30 and 32, so that's 31. What is the value of the upper quartile? Well, the upper quartile is this part of the box plot, and that's 79. What is the value of the interquartile range? So for that, we need to do the upper quartile take away the lower quartile. So that's 16 take away 13, which is 3. So the interquartile range is 3. What is the value of the median? Well, the median is this part of the box plot. So that's in between 2.6 and 3. So that's 2.8. And now we've completed success criteria 2. So now we're going to move on to number 3, and this is to draw a box plot. So the table shows summary statistics from a data set of the lengths of flowers. We want to draw a box plot for this data. So we're told that the minimum is 3 centimeters. So we draw a line at 3 centimeters. The maximum is 12 centimeters. The median is 6 centimeters. The lower quartile is 5 centimeters. And the interquartile range is 4 centimeters. So that means the upper quartile must be 9 centimeters. Now we join up the box and we add on the whiskers. So there's our box plot. In this example, the data shows information about the ages of pupils attending nursery in the morning. We want to draw a box plot for the data. So the first thing we need to do is order our data, so smallest to biggest. So the minimum value is 1 and the maximum value is 9. Then we find the median. So there's 2 4s in the middle, so the median is going to be 4. Then we find the median of the first half of the data, so that's 3. So the lower quartile is 3. And the upper quartile will be the median of the second half of the data, so that's 7. And we can plot this on our graph paper to show a box plot. So our box plot looks like this. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers, so you can mark those. And now we've completed success criteria 3. So now we're going to move on to number 4, and this is to compare and interpret box plots. So when we're asked to compare box plots, we need to compare 2 things. We need to compare the medians, and we compare the interquartile ranges, or the range. So we always need to include values. A smaller range, or interquartile range, means the data is more consistent, that the values are less spread out. A bigger median means on average the data is higher. So here we've got 2 box plots, and they show the information about test scores of a class, and we want to compare the results. So we can say the girls have a lower median score, which is 40%, than the boys, which is 45%. So on average, the boys scored higher. The boys have a smaller interquartile range, 30%, than the girls, which is 40%. so the boys' scores are more consistent. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So for this one, we need to have said the median of the men's ages, which is 23, is higher than the women's ages, 22. So on average, the men were older than the women. The interquartile range of the men's ages is 6 and is higher than the women's ages, 5. So the men's ages are more spread out. And now we've completed success criteria 4. So now that we've completed the last objective, it's time to end the video. Hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it useful. Make sure to like and subscribe and be sure to check out the videos on the rest of the channel. I'll see you next time. See ya.